back at it, guys.
Man, more weird news. So
Happy
I saw this video. Actually, this was tagged to several of us over in Twitter. I guess we're called the Red Pill community now.
day.
So it says Obama makes weird move at the chef's death. So I'm curious to say, I heard him say something about Obama and them sold it. They put their place up for sale. So I want to see if that's true. I want to see if that's true, if he really has the venue up for sale. Because that will make stuff really weird if you sell your place. But I want to hear.
Even though I'm not Team Obama, I'm just thinking if you had someone that died at your house, would you still want to live there somewhere? So, if someone's died at your house or there's an alleged suspicious activity and, a person has died in your place, then I can see why he may want to sell it. So that wouldn't raise suspicion for me.
It raised all suspicion me because that means like, there's too much heat. We need to go and get away from this place. Too much heat. So.
Yeah, I just feel like it's creepy vibes.
All
somebody
suspicion for me.
died there. You may want to just sell your house.
Nah, all suspicion.
But we still don't know what happened to the chef, and we still. I'm not saying I'm Team Obama. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't feel like it's suspicious.
I don't know, y'all. I'm starting to hear what y'all saying in the comments a little bit.
Yeah, whatever, honey. Nobody worry about you.
Michelle Obama and I guess Barack Obama too make the weirdest move after their chef's death is called an accident. I'll let you guys tell me in the comments below what you think is Michelle Obama's weirdest move. We love hearing from you. And of course, find that subscription button and click. We need you to subscribe. I'd love to have you guys on our team. And of course, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below. Be ladies and gentlemen. But we're here to have some fun. Okay, first up, I believe they're trying to dump a crime scene. This is going to go into Michelle Obama possibly running for president also, by the way. So just so you know where this is going. They put this is after the chef was finally announced with very suspicious details about his death, that it was ruled an accident. I don't know, what it was, but here's Obama's Martha's Vineyard vacation home is an Atlantic sanctuary listed for $17.5 million. They put their home up in Martha's Vineyard for sale. Now, this is a giant, rich, snobby, bizarre, freakish estate that now has a crime scene attached to it. It's disgusting. Let's see here. They bought it back in 2020. For $11.7 million. It's for sale for $17 million. They're trying to make a $6 million profit on this thing in under 3 years. That's what happens. See, they act like they're for the people, for the poor people. They have property on Martha's Vineyard, Hawaii, one in Chicago. They ain't living in Chicago. Trust me on that one. So they listed this place for sale. They're running from this property. They don't want to be attached to it anymore, right? They're running for it. Here's the other weird article. This is from Yahoo News. Insiders are allegedly begging Michelle Obama to make this major political move. Let's face it, people have been wanting Michelle Obama to run for president for years now. That's not new information. However, it seems a lot of people are working behind the scenes, are even allegedly begging the author to join the 2024 presidential race. So as Biden is becoming a vegetable right before our very eyes, he can't speak, he can't talk, he can't debate, he is not running the country. They have to bring in other candidates, right? They can't do Kamala Harris. She's cackling and awful and almost as
cackling, man.
But it makes so much sense to me. I mean, of course, there's suspicion around his death. We don't feel like it's an accident. We feel like some foul play went on. Let's just keep it real. But I also can understand why they would be trying to sell their house to get off of it. Yes, it was a crime scene. They don't want that vibe there, even though whatever went down behind closed doors, I feel like they're running from it. You can't just operate like every day as usual when now you're all over the news and facts still have not been verified as to all these questions that are being asked about what happened to him.
I wonder if Who are all these weird people that want Michelle to run for office? There's so many people that's probably sitting there talking about, we need the first black woman to be the first president. Man, that means if Michelle were to get up at the president's seat, that means Obama never left. He's been in the term for years and years then.
Well, with Joe in there, he ain't never
Joe,
left.
you're not listening. 8 for him, Joe. And if she got in there, that means he been in office for decades.
Mm-hmm.
Decomposing is Joe Biden. She's so nutty. We've talked about flying in Gavin Newsom, which is who I think is the most readily available. But the one that they think would win the easiest would be Michelle Obama. Is one they're begging to run. And we don't know if she wants to run or not. She's always said no. But politics are weird, and the people in control of all this garbage are weird. And Michelle Obama is weird, and Barack Obama is weird.
What does that
the
mean?
Bidens are weird. Kamala Harris is weird, and Gavin Newsom is definitely reptilian and weird. What do you think will happen? Do you guys think Michelle's going to jump in this race?
I hope not.
I heard somebody say today, man, it was like how people used to vote for people that wanted like anti-government, forget the machine. These are people before conservative, people that were just out to buck against the machine. They're like, now these people that are buck against the machine now are going for Democrats. You have embodied yourself in the machine. So the Democrats have become the machine now, and they're the ones about all the control and the political power. So anybody who is an outcast, the Democratic way is the opposite way of what you want. Anybody that's an outcast is the opposite of what you want going for a Democratic person. You better off going independent. But you get what I'm saying?
He says weird. I'm like, what does weird mean?
Mm-hmm.
What does that truly mean? So weird, according to dictionary.com, first definition is strange, odd, bizarre. I don't know if that's what I would equate to being weird, but the second definition, I can say not functioning properly or as expected, unstable, broken. So I'm going to go with that. Strange, odd, bizarre. What does that mean? Because we don't know what they're doing. Is that strange, odd, and bizarre? No, they've been doing some criminalistic stuff behind closed doors, and they want to sell that house.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. Now I already know, man. You already know what it is if Michelle go up there for that presidential seat.
But do you think she would actually win? Because look at all the people.
No, she wouldn't actually win, but she would actually go for it. But
I don't think so.
I think it is very odd. I'm gonna go look this up myself about them selling the house to see if that's officially true. But I wouldn't doubt it. Plus, not only if you closing down that whole house situation, so you can separate yourself from the whatever went on over at that house, then you can make a $6 million profit. So I could see this happening. But I'm gonna go do my research. I'm gonna go look it up.
Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'd love to hear from you guys. Your opinion's what matters in this giant freak show that we call Democrat politics. I'm Doug in exile.
Wow.
Okay.
That sounds like next. What would happen next is too much heat in the news.
It is too much heat.
Way too much heat. You mean story after story, unanswered questions.
Mm-hmm.
People us citizens are, pressing for answers, speaking up for his wife. If, because we haven't seen her make a statement other than the post that we saw on Instagram. That
Instagram
post. But it's just, I'm sure more, information is wanted.
Yeah.
So
no, it's definitely wanted. And I don't think that will ever be addressed.
Well, I hope she gets answers if the public don't.
Now listen. Let there have been racism on their property. Let there have been some kind of racial divide between their employees. They would have been all on that. It would have been a big story. They would have been doing the stuff in front of the house, in the house, talking at interviews. That's why I just feel like this thing is all this. It's something wrong here, and them selling the house just really kind of just like, yeah, I get you what you're saying about, you know, something go down. You want to be like, okay, I want to rid myself from this house. I don't want to be tied to that anymore. Or this went down. You got YouTubers and people talking about this, and we can make a profit. Too many people in on our business. We didn't think the whole chef thing was gonna blow out there like it did. We thought it was gonna be kept close knit.
I don't know why. That man was a whole person. People knew him, and he had a wife and 2 kids and other relatives. He's somebody's son. I don't understand it. What you mean? Like he wasn't going to be missed. By the way, you call a lady and tell her husband has died on a paddleboard, and she like, what? What do you mean? Quit
Plus,
playing.
but
He can swim.
my question is, if they were tried to cover it up, they would be in wouldn't they be in cahoots to make sure that it was not found out about? Like, well, no, because you can't do it that way, because she had a whole, like you said, had a wife, and she know he went to work.
Of course. So it's too much information. It's too many pieces to the puzzle that are still not there. And then the way things were reported, you get the facts about them not explaining what this particular call was, and it's just, you know, how they wanted to label his death and as an accident. Come on.
Yeah.
And time lapsed before they even called and reported it. It was just, you know, so much information
much craziness.
is still missing.
Yeah, it's a lot of, and I don't think we ever gonna get that information unless something just
somebody
straight up
that was there
whistleblow.
Yep, opens their mouth and says something.
And that person better be on full witness protection. As soon as you open your mouth, you better have a place to be able to go.
Or you better
safely.
already be in the other country with a whole nother identity, and then trying to tell the information, because now it's very limited as to how many people knew. So if it comes out, they're gonna know it's you. That's crazy.
Then the next thing you see them is on Vice with the voice covered.
I went to and the Obama's kind of
that's
with the face
thing.
covered.
It's like, you know, you can't say anything because you were only one of the 5 people there, 3 people there that, you know, so, you know.
Because they can't.
That's so messed
why
up.
is it they will not say who the woman was?
Because she will be swarmed by the media right now. Every news media outlet, local and afar, would be down there trying to get information.
Did they tell her, do not open your mouth? I know we've talked about this a few times, but this just makes me think they selling the house. Why would you sell your crib? Why would you just sell your crib? Because I don't think it's just because of.
Of course, this person. If you did not speak up and you were there at the incident, and you're not speaking up, of course, one could assume and safely say you're in fear of your life, because that would be eating on a person's conscience.
Yeah.
Should be eating on a person's conscience and guilt.
Yeah.
And over time, that's why people wind up whistleblowing, is because this information they have, and they see the injustices and the wrongs that are taking place, and they have the information to be able to set somebody free, help somebody, you know, help somebody's. They wind up giving the information because it is the conscience, the guilt.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nose dive, but comment down in the section below.
If you want some more.
We got to go. Bye.
Love you guys.